All right, Jason Ruona here. We're at the conclusion of the 2022 Roar Carpet Off-Road Nationals, the inaugural event here at Northwest Hobbies in Albany, Oregon. And first we'll talk to Dakotah Phend. He's our new 110 scale buggy modified national champion here. And Dakotah, this is the first win on carpet. Yep. You have a big record in the two-wheel drive modified class. We were talking earlier, this is 5 total for the two-wheel drive class. You really got a handle on this particular class, but talk to us about winning one on carpet. It's not easy.
No, it's not at all. We have a really good program the last year or so on carpet. Figured some stuff out, and car's been awesome the whole time. So came out here for the warm-up for the JC NCTS, and had a good showing. Car was great, and came here and everything was good. Track was quite a bit different this year compared to the NCTS, so had to make a few changes, but overall had good speed the whole week and was able to make it happen.
So walk us through the buggy here. You know, obviously this is still an open tire event. Talk to us about kind of what you chose on the tire front here. You were one of the drivers that ran the new two-wheel drive front tire that we did a little testing with at the NCTS. So talk to us about the products here and kind of how it all worked out.
Yeah, so I decided to run these. I ran them at the NCTS, and then I tried them again here and kind of test it back to back. I really like these. They're just a little bit smoother. They still have that really sharp steering, and they last well, but just a little bit smoother steering. Was able to be a little bit more consistent, high speed, and get the job done. And then I usually run the S2 body on carpet. It's a very neutral and smooth body. That's kind of been the go-to body on carpet for many years. Then I have the 7-inch wing here. Just gives you a little bit more stability. Doesn't really give too much more grip. It's just that stability factor. And then running the JC wheels and the newer rear fuzz bites as well.
So talk to us how you kind of decided on what tire, the amount of runs you were going to put on them before you ran, and kind of this is the modified class. This is used carpet. That's traditionally when the tires wear the most is on used carpet. So if they would have put new carpet on here, we probably could have did the whole event with 2 sets of tires because they don't wear. But when it's used, it is consistent. We asked them to do that. We were at the NCTS, but talk to us about what you chose as like what you thought was kind of your fast combination.
Yeah, so for the mains, I decided just to run a new set every run. That way it was really consistent. It seemed like the tire wear kind of varied a little bit depending on the day and just what time it was. So I decided to do that. It would maintain consistency the whole time. In qualifying, I got a couple runs on them, and they were good as well. But like I said, for the main, just wanted to run fresh set. I knew how I was going to feel every time out, and it was good to go.
So, that was one of the things that I thought really kind of stuck out to me was that A1 and A2. I mean, you came out of the gates blazing in those mains. Obviously, Broc was in there with you. But, I mean, the fastest lap, I think, of the weekend were in those first 2 mains. You had a 13.2 and 2-wheel, which was just amazing. But, could you feel that it felt good early and you're like, I'm going to push this a little bit?
Yeah, I think with the newer tires, like I said, the edges are a little bit sharper, so I think it was maybe a little bit harder to drive, but it had really good speed. So just try to capitalize. I got into a groove right away. Like I said, I'm feeling really comfortable with the car the whole weekend. And track was good today. There was really good grip, so I tried to hammer down there in the beginning and get a good gap so I could kind of cruise a little bit more. Didn't work out too good in A2, kind of had a silly mistake, but was able to get that back up for A3.
All right, well, that's Dakotah's 20th Roar national title. We were talking to him about that before. Congrats again, and thanks for the support. And we'll go over here with Broc, who Broc is a first-time Roar national champion. Obviously, this event kind of worked out for you. I mean, you had the carpet conditions. Obviously the announcers always give you all this credibility for carpet. You're the king or the champ or whatever they call you on carpet. But it's not easy running these guys. And you came in here, had a near perfect weekend with this thing. The only thing you didn't get was the top seed, which you missed out on. Was it 19 thousandths of a second or something you mentioned?
Yeah.
So, but 4 TQs throughout qualifying and then winning the first 2 A's, that's how you get it done.
Yeah, everything obviously worked really well. I don't have like a ton of words for like the performance. The car was easy to drive the entire time. After the warm-up race, like he discussed, essentially is what it was, the J Concepts NCTS. I was here a month ago. I realized I had a lot more work to do, a lot of things that I had to go back on and try and get better, so that when we came here we were a lot more competitive this time. So yeah, I guess we made the right the right changes, and we came in swinging, and everything was just awesome all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people were really impressed with your four-wheel this weekend. I mean, two-wheel as well. I mean, you got second in that class. But, you know, we're highlighting the winning car here. You know, I think everyone was impressed with how the speed you could run at. You know, similar to Dakotah and two-wheel, you were dropping those low 13s with this one all the time and really pushing that pace out. I know Ryan and others were jealous of your speed and consistency in the sweeper. You know, they're like, this guy is not going to crash over here. This car's so good in the sweeper. And, you know, he was making those notes and watching your four-wheel. But, you know, kind of like we did with Dakotah, let's walk us through a little bit. You know, you went with the fuzz bite tires, the S2 body. So talk about that and what you did with tires and, you know, how many runs you put on it.
Yeah, so a lot of my tire program was similar to Dakotah. There was a lot of tire wear out there this weekend just from the carpet being a whole lot older. I mean, I've been to this track a few times now, like at the old location, and there's times where I've used literally two tires for practice, two sets for practice and for racing. So it was a little bit different, but we knew we were kind of coming in with some tire wear. So I put on new tires every single run, obviously glued the sidewalls on full drive. I was running the J Concepts S2 for the L1 Evo, Schumacher L1 Evo. And then just the standard 6.5 high downforce carpet and turf wing. And yeah, but
yeah, I mean, it was a great performance. I mean, you know, you had the family here. Obviously, your brother was here. He had a good weekend, improved from the NCTS. You improved from the NCTS. Brought your dad out. He was helping, marshaling, running around, doing whatever he had to do. It helps, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's this was actually my first, like the first nationals my father has been to, so that was kind of a cool experience, obviously with him here, and then winning my first title was pretty wicked. And then, yeah, obviously Blake ran super well, ran particularly well and in the four-wheel drive division. But yeah, it was super, just a fun experience for sure.
All right, well, congrats again, and thanks for the support. Great racing, and we look forward to seeing both of you guys at upcoming events. We also got the Roar Dirt Nationals this year in San Diego at SDRC, so should be a good weekend, and best of luck. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.